Hey, happy Fibonacci Friday to everybody. Get ready to spiral into the weekend and have a good time. Uh, I know that uh, I'm celebrating Fibonacci Friday for all my CT peeps, but especially for Paul at the Crypto Curator. I know he is pretty bullish on LTC right now, a little bit of Litecoin action. So I wanted to give him a little chart as LTC is celebrating Fibonacci Friday. So let's take a look at the chart here. All right. And yeah, I got a bunch of lines on here, but I had to put some Fibonacci lines on here to show you what I'm talking about here. Go back in the past here. We got we had some lows down in here, made up to a high 99 or so, came back down, hit the 61.8% level. Didn't quite break there yet because the momentum wasn't real strong, but then it finally broke into the downside, made a low here, kind of took off to test this trend line, came back down, tested this 61.8% level at $71. And then went a little bit of sideways, and then it finally broke to the upside here and broke this trend line. I had a little blue arrow here to show the distance on where that objective would be. It actually traded up a little higher than that. But when you take this leg here and you take the Fibonacci line here, you got the 61.8% level right around here, around $85. Held support there, cut, and then even this way to the upside here, held at that level, came back down, tested this support again, and then it broke to the upside here on this little bit of a uh, trend line break here. A little bit of a different slope, but you take that distance here, take that rate of change, and this, the trend line break, with the momentum that's backing behind it, is got about a 110 target or so. I actually think I actually like a little further because for one, you're already above this previous high of 99. This is where we're breaking out today, so I like that. It had a little bit of a stop there on the 12. This is a 12 hour, by the way, and a little bit of stop here, but we kind of broke to the upside here, which I like. So when you look at the Fibonacci of this level, the 61.8% level was right at this point, broke to the upside. So I'm looking for at least a full retracement, which would bring us back to 107. But one of the other things I'm kind of looking at, for one, it should push it up to a little bit of new highs with the break of the trend line, but then also a little bit kind of a different look. But I don't know if it'll come to fruition or not. But as long as we're above this red bullish trend line going forward, I like the target of 120ish, 121 or so. I like this leg right here, and then kind of this little bit of a flag pattern or a kind of a pennant pattern, where you take this distance of this leg, from this move to the upside, and then as this pennant formed, you take the distance here, on a breakout of this pattern here, and you get 120, 121 or so. And another reason I like that is because if you scroll way back here, way back in time, and took the Fibonacci off this leg here. Yeah, let me get my chart here. See if I get the low in here. I know it's a 12 hour, so it's going to get all kind of scrunched up. But this was a trend line break here, and then it started to the downside. So taking this leg and then all the way down to this low, all the way down to 22. The 61.8% level is about 121.17, which matches up really nicely with this pattern that I'm looking at, going to the upside here. So again, I like the bullishness that we're seeing in Litecoin. I say a minimum of about 110. But you'll probably find some selling resistance up around this, a little bit of a Fibonacci extension at 114 or so. But if it gets up that far, then it's going to hit that, come back down, and then this 107 will be support, and then work its way up to 120. So again, watch this red trend line here. That's our guide going forward. So if we start to break down, this will be buying areas. But if it breaks, below that, then of course you don't want it. So I just wanted to give you a little Litecoin shout out to Crypto Curator and celebrate Fibonacci Friday. Got to put the spiral out. Everybody have a really good weekend. Peace out.